There's many times that I've been in front of you and told you all about what's going on with our Sister City program, and to look out and see so many faces who have traveled to Hanamaki as a member of the delegation that comes there, that have welcomed delegates here, even signing a sister club agreement with Fumiaki's Rotary Club in Hanamaki. So many great successes and partnerships through Rotary and Hot Springs Village and Hot Springs. Hot Springs, I loved it. Linda the other day, she said she was coming to the reception on Tuesday evening because Hot Springs is her town too. So there's very much a connection there. It's not just the Hot Springs Sister City program. We certainly want to involve everybody, the people in Hot Springs Village as well. And on that note, I want to thank you personally. I wasn't able to be here the morning that the young man visited that had traveled to Hanamaki this summer as one of the student delegates. And this club is always so helpful and supportive of the student exchange and educational opportunities for our kids in this area, and assisted him with a scholarship to travel there. So I want to personally thank you for that and for supporting him as his boundaries have expanded exponentially now from me being able to have that international experience. So thank you. And on Tuesday evening, some of you were there, but we had a very special reception, really marking a milestone for our Sister City program here in Hot Springs. We have a Japanese language program in Hot Springs. It's the only Japanese language and cultural instruction program that has ever existed in the state of Arkansas, with a teacher coming from Japan to teach. And so that's a huge progress for our city, a wonderful opportunity. And one of the other great things about it is that it's a partnership between two area schools, between Arkansas School for Mathematics, Sciences, and the Arts, which brings brilliant kids from all across the state to Hot Springs, and Lakeside High School. So the young woman that has traveled here is teaching at both of those schools, traveling back and forth and offering language and cultural education to our students, everywhere from third grade all the way up through seniors. So have the opportunity to learn about another culture thanks to the Sister City program. And to help make that possible, there was a grant awarded from the Japan Foundation. So the schools actually received a $30,000 grant to assist in funding the language education for Japanese language. And so the Consul General traveled from the consulate in Nashville, the Japanese consulate, to be here to award that check and the $30,000. It's actually even renewable. So there's the possibility that that will help fund future expansion and growth of that Japanese language program here in Hot Springs. So it's a partnership between our cities, between the schools, but really all a part of the Sister City program, between our partnerships between our two cities, Hot Springs, Arkansas, and Hanamaki, Japan. And I'm very privileged to serve as the executive director of our local program, working with the nonprofit foundation, the Sister City Foundation, as well as Visit Hot Springs and the City of Hot Springs to coordinate our programs. We're very happy in Hanamaki that we have the City of Hot Springs, the City of Hanamaki, where city officials and so forth support the Sister City relationship and student exchange and teacher exchange. We are very grateful that we have the president of the International Exchange Association, Fumiaki Sasaki. No one could ask for a better friend than Fumiaki. I will let him tell you a little bit more about the teaching, the teacher exchange and the sake exchange, and many different opportunities that we have had as sister cities because of Fumiaki. He is not only the president of the International Exchange Association, he is also the president of their Rotary Club in Hanamaki, and was here and helped facilitate the sister club agreement between Hot Springs Village and Hanamaki Rotary Clubs. And he's also, in addition to all of that, the president of a company, his family company, that builds bridges and tsunami gates all across northern Japan. So we are very happy that he dedicates so much of his time to volunteer for Rotary and the Sister City program, in addition to being very busy in his occupation. So I introduce all of you this morning to our dear friend Fumiaki Sasaki.
First of all, thank you so much for introducing myself to such friends in Hot Spring Village Rotary Club. So many good things she said to you, so it's so big challenge to see after that she's introduction. I have now, as she said about me, I am now the president of the Hanamaki Rotary Club. So we have just 2 years ago relationship with a sister city relationship with your club. So member of them, maybe 7 members of our club will visiting you and have a nice party and nice contracting ceremony. Thank you so much at the time, Liam Branch at the time, former presidents. And we have 60th anniversaries last year. My club is 61 years old now, and at that time, the president, Jeff Olansworth, sent the congrats message to us, and my MC speak in English and also in Japanese, so many people understand our relationship. So thank you so much for that message you sent me last year. So I'm talking about maybe my experiences about Rotary, and then the International Exchange Association's activities now. So I was used to be the group study exchange students we had. I am in, when I was in 37, I was sent to the Florida States and stayed 1.5 months there, moving from the Tampa City or Lakeland City or the St. Petersburg there, and many Rotary members took care of me. That's my base. Yes, I'm so grateful. I'm so impressed at the time. So at that time, I was accustomed to speak and listen to English a little bit better than Fred. Speaks Japanese. And after 40 years of age, I became a member of Hanamaki Rotary Club, and always I am in charge of the youth exchange program in Hanamaki Rotary Club. We have some students sent to America or other countries, and some students came to my hometown Hanamaki and taking care of them. That's why there are no other members speaking English. But we have 33 members in my club, but maybe 1 to 3 members understand English. So maybe I will be in this position more 20 years. And I'm also the president of Hanamaki International Exchange Association that was continuing 22 years exchange activities with Hot Springs. So every year we will choose junior high school students, maybe 6 to 10, to send you Hot Springs, and we have a chance to accept your students, maybe 10, 7, 8, 10, the years of high school age. It's very nice program for us, and also you are sending your teachers and business delegations, the citizens came to Hanamaki every year, almost every year, and almost September is our festival season. So many of your friends had visited our city to enjoy our festivals, like wearing the Normans wearing happy jackets. Yes. Yeah. So thank you so much for wearing our costume today. And now Mary asked me a lot of things. How about the Japanese language teachers? Maybe 2 years ago. The city office is very stubborn. Very so yeah. So I was try to say many functions in cities, but no easy way to do this. So happily, I try to the public offering to send choose and send teachers to the ASMSA. Very luckily, very nice young lady applied for our programs, and very nice 27 young girls speaking, of course, Japanese and English. Now began Japanese language course in Lakeside and SSMA just this month, maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago. And our Hanamaki Rotary Club helping you a lot by the mentor or by the some helping support by money or any other things. So I would like to ask you, please help my nice young girl teachers. She's very nice person, but she is maybe very nervous staying alone. No Japanese around here, just the students. So I'd like to ask you again, please support her. I asked Linda, please invite her. Yes.
We will do that.
Yes. And next, we're doing things is the sake projects. I'm taking one bottle of sake. This is a special present for you. This is the nice natural original sake from Japan that was brewed by Ben Bell, who was now internship in the sake brewing company in Iwate Prefecture, our prefecture. He has graduated ASMSA, and he is 33 years of age now, and just 1 year had experience in Nambu now. So maybe he will be 2 years or more internship there. Our club is also helping him and involving the Ninohe Rotary Club, where the Nambu Vision Company exists. That's the second program. Yes, please taste.
Oh.
This is nice alcohol, so.
Thank you.
And third program I want to do is the high school exchange. The Lakeside High School has already nice relationship with Hanamaki East High Schools, maybe 10 years, maybe or more. And Mary asked me also, how about the SSMSA's relationship with our high school? It's a very nice, smart high school, the ASMA is. So I easily understand the best high school is their high school. So I'd like to introduce them, and they will be their own introduction to you by themselves. They're a nice English teacher, and I'd like to ask you again, please, help ASMSA's our high school exchanges. We have to make money. So thank you so much for accepting us such a nice meeting today, and I will always welcome you when you come to Japan. Again, Fred and Norman, Natalie, or others, I really welcome you when you come to Japan. So that's it for myself, and then they make maybe short or something medium speech from now. Okay. Thank you very much.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Briefly, my name is Hideto Hosokawa. I've been teaching English in Hanamaki High School for 4 years. Okay, 4. And this time I got a very good experience here, and I appreciate for having us this morning. Thank you very much.
I'm Shinya Kashiyama. Like him, I'm teaching English in a senior high in Hanamaki. I feel really happy to be here. Thank you.
The young lady who's teaching at ASMSA in Lakeside, she's teaching this morning. So she is in a class right now, or going into a class right now at ASMSA. So I would love to bring her back to do a program for you after she's lived amongst us a little while and her English skills have improved even more, and do a program for you on her experiences here as a Japanese language teacher, moving to Hot Springs, Arkansas, in the middle of the United States, away from her family, and her experience in teaching our children. So I'll bring her name is Ozora Ishizaki, back to let her share her experiences with you, hopefully over Christmas break or something. So thank you for having us this morning.
We'll be honored to have her come and speak to us, and it'll be a pleasure. We will make sure that happens. Hanamaki, if you would come here. We have a plaque that we would like to present to you. It's the Sisters Clubs in Service, the bridge across the country, the continents.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Got it? Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You're
Thank you
very
so
welcome.
much.